I posted a video and it was of a house that we sold for $84,000 and I got $1,500 a month rent from a Section 8 tenant. That was kind of lucky. Usually it comes in closer to $1,300 to $1,400 range with Section 8. The insurance is about $900 a year. The taxes in that particular neighborhood are right around $2,000 per year. And then somebody commented under my video and said the stupidest thing. I don't mean to call people stupid, but this was stupid. And I read it and I immediately deleted it because it was false information. And I don't want people putting out false information anywhere near my name. But I'm going to tell you what he said because it's kind of grinding me a little bit. He said something to the effect of, you shouldn't buy these rental properties in Detroit because they're all turning to trash and they're depreciating. Like, it was just ignorant. So let me back this up a little bit. We have been buying houses since 2007, my husband and I. We have our own buy and hold properties. In 2015, we started doing this like as our day job where we would buy houses, renovate them, and sell them to investors. And we have watched prices of houses appreciate steadily this entire time. So if you're liking this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. It really helps me out. I know, I get it. We bought during the crash. It was great. When we built up our own portfolio, we got really good deals. Right now, we are struggling to get enough profit to sell houses to investors. So I'm not really sure how much longer we're going to be doing that. But we are in the business of selling turnkey houses, meaning that we sell them with a tenant in them. And the prices are steadily increasing. And $84,000 is the price that we sell a 3-bedroom for, because if you only got $1,250 rent, you are still going to get a 12% return on your investment if you are doing a buy and hold investment. So it makes sense. You buy it, you hold it, you collect the rent. What we sell is to people that are in it for the buy and hold income. I started thinking about it though. I'm thinking, where does he get this idea that they're depreciating? I mean, the numbers are flat out wrong. There was a study I read. I wish I quoted it, but it was happy for me to read because they said that the median price of houses in Detroit right now, I think it was $85,000. And that totally makes sense to me because if you're buying for any less than in the low 80s, that those houses need work. I don't care what the real estate agent tells you. If you're buying a turnkey house with a tenant already in it, most of the time the owner is selling it because there's something wrong with the tenant. Usually it's with the property management company. Those houses need work. If you buy in the low 80s, those houses are the ones that are all set to go. And that's what we do. And we put a new tenant in there as part of the deal where you buy it and then we help finish the process and put a tenant in, unless you want your property manager to put a tenant in. So I was thinking, well, where does he get this idea they're depreciating? And the only thing that I can come up with, I have seen houses go south. And the reason that they have gone south, the number one reason that they have gone south, is the property management. There is a serious property management problem in Detroit. Detroit's not the problem. Property managers can be horribly neglectful of a vacant house, and they don't pay attention when a tenant moves out. There are problems with vacancies. Furnaces get stolen the minute a house goes vacant. If that property manager is not right on it, the house has been sitting there with a furnace stolen, and I could go on and on about that subject. I'm not going to, because I'm thinking my next video I want to make, I will talk about the pros and cons of investing in Detroit in 2024. But my point is, property management is a problem. And I have been stressing about it for a long time because I had a property management company. It was really hard to make money doing it the right way that we did it. We think like investors because we have our own investment properties. So we try to do things where there are the least amount of maintenance calls. But if you think about it, it doesn't work for a property manager unless they're making a lot of money on maintenance. There's just not enough money to pay the staff. And it's just a bad business model. And so I got out of property management and I came up with a solution, and you really need to manage it yourself. And the reason people don't is they're like, well, I'm scared, I don't know how to do it. Well, I teach you how to do it. I made a whole online course exactly how to do it. But then there are people, since I made the course, that it's coming to me that people are like, well, I don't want to do all that. And I'm like, hire an assistant, and they don't want to train the assistant. And I'm like, oh geez. So then I'm a creative problem solver. So I came up with a solution, and I brought a new person on my team, and I'm calling him my hybrid property manager. So he can either do the whole thing if you really want him to. I don't recommend anybody doing the whole thing. I think you should buy my course and know what's going on so you're controlling your investment. Or he could do a part of it. He could help you find the tenants, or he could take the maintenance calls. Whichever part you want, he's a good backup plan. But I recommend you start with my course because it will save you all kinds of money. And in my next video, I'll talk more about that, about the ways that property managers, I talk a lot about how property managers lose your money. It's like people don't believe me and I get frustrated. But really, the point of this video, they're not depreciating unless you let your property manager let them depreciate. That is just flat out not true. We have done 300 plus houses in Detroit. None of our properties have depreciated if people do the right thing as is taught in my course. And thank you so much for watching.